How's it going, guys? And welcome to another episode of Layers of Fear. We're in episode 7 now, and things are starting to heat up a little bit. So let's see what happens to this painting when I give it a little bit of a rub. Ooh, it looks to be changing quite a bit this time. Da-da-da-da!
Yes, that's
Oh-ho!
It's beautiful. Perfect.
Ah, so it looks like I've finished my painting then.
Like
That's
I always
quite cool.
imagined.
Okay.
What is this? I don't understand. No. Stop it. Please.
Okay.
So close. This time, I almost had it. Ah!
Well then. Okay, so that's quite interesting. Oh wow. Okay, I've tried this many times, it seems. Wow. Okay. Plot twist. Okay, that's quite interesting. So at the beginning there, I was slightly worried because I thought the game might have just like ended at the beginning of the episode. Oh, look, and if we go back in, they're not actually like messed up horror creations. They're actually just pretty good normal paintings of her. Oh wow, so that the paintings are failures is kind of all in our mind. Interesting. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so let's see what happens now. We might be approaching the end of this. I don't know though. Okay. Yeah, this is like a weird little credits thing. Look at this. Oh, it's little drawings of the makers of the game. I think we might be kind of almost at the end of the game then. Oh, cool. The interesting thing about this, though, is that these aren't paintings. They're line drawings. They're really good line drawings, though. Like, really quite, eccentric in style, but really quite cool. I'm not going to go through all of those credits, though, because that would be a little bit mad, because there's probably hundreds of things in there. Let's see. Is there something we can do? Is there another final thing, or is it just that? Yes, okay, so let's see, because this is our beginning area, the area we're kind of starting off in. Oh, I go down here and it darkened a little bit. I think that may just be the lighting engine kind of hiccuping a little bit as we go between zones. I've noticed that is a bit of a thing in this game. Yeah. So this is the main kind of entrance area where we were right at the beginning of the game. And there's nothing in the chest. And he's done all this work to keep everyone out. So yeah, it does look like I have finished the game. It's certainly possible. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So what I'm gonna do is, because I don't want to like have a false stop here and stop where things aren't actually finished, is I'm just gonna have a look down here, see if anything actually happens if I come down here. Nope. everything is normal. So it looks like this is like the moment after this insanity kind of has faded. We're kind of just wandering around looking at the real house now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check a wiki just briefly, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything out, if there is one final thing I can do or anything. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so apparently this is the ending of the game, but it's only one ending. This is kind of like the neutral ending, where it's kind of like a never-ending cycle. I paint a painting, I think I've finally succeeded in getting the painting of my wife completed as kind of like a memento / memorial to her, and then, to my mind, it reverts back to the injured wife, because I can't quite face what has happened. But that is only my own hallucination, and I have actually painted a perfectly good painting of her. There is oh, I can't remember one of the ends, but there's like another ending. There's one ending where you kind of move on from your guilt and you kind of paint a self-portrait of yourself, which might be a little bit selfish, but it does at least mean you've moved on from your grief at what happened to your wife and child. But there is a third ending, which I think is the hardest to get, where you paint a picture of you paint a picture of you, your wife, and your child, and then you kind of fight through your madness, and you realize what you've done, and you burn the painting and yourself along with it. So, and that I think seems to be the best ending, I guess, because in some people's minds it's kind of the hardest to get, but I guess the best one for the character would be the selfishness one, where you kind of make a self-portrait and move on. But yeah, those are the three endings that I'm aware of. And this appears to be the end of the game. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting experience. One thing is, when I was going through different areas, I didn't realize that in some areas I was making choices, apart from when I jumped down the pit rather than going down the corridor. So you can get different endings by not approaching the wife like I was doing. Apparently, almost like those death sequences where she like grabbed me and broke my neck were not mandatory, and there was a way to avoid each one of them. So apparently that's one of the ways that you can get one of the better endings. And there's also a choice in the oddly clean corridor near the end of last episode. You could push the wheelchair, and I think that was another trigger. Also, there's, depending on how many non-essential mementos you pick up, it affects what ending you eventually get as well. So yeah, if you guys want to have a stab at getting one of the better endings, I would recommend you try picking up more mementos, perhaps. Definitely avoiding the wife. Push the chair in the clean corridor, and go down the corridor next to the kind of hole in the ground you can jump into, instead of jumping into it. And perhaps you'll get one of the other endings. In any case, this has been a very interesting game. I have enjoyed myself quite a bit. It's been a lot of fun. And unfortunately, this is it, and we are done with the game. But I will be looking for other games to fill this slot, the Tuesdays and Thursdays slot, and I would like your recommendations on what I should play, because I'd like to keep those slots always having something coming out from now on. So yeah, absolutely do give me your recommendations. Let me know what you thought of the series. I was probably utterly terrible at the game in every single possible way, and feel free to let me know if I was. And yeah, please do leave a comment if you'd feel like it, a like, or if you'd like to help out my channel, and subscribe if you would like to catch up and keep up with what I'm doing in the future. I don't like to say that too often because I find it annoying when YouTubers say that at the end of every single video, but I thought I'd say it just to cap off this series. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play of Layers of Fear, and I will see you next time in one of my future projects. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me, and see you later.